Ciao a tutti, welcome to another Italian pronunciation video, this time for star vicino. This is from the 26 Italian aria book, not the 24 the Sherman, but the 26 Italian aria and songbook by John Glenn Payton. We will explore the various tools to help you be more confident in your sung Italian, while also discussing proper open and closed vowels and other non-phonetic things such as phrasal doubling and assimilation. Before we do that, please direct your attention to the description of this video below. Please head over to patreon.com/JohnMario in order to support my work. This is one of the many things I do for a living. So if you like these videos and I have saved you time or money in your preparation, please consider becoming a patron at whatever level you feel comfortable today. Also in the description box, you'll see links to my various websites, my Facebook fan page. Please give me a visit and a like if you have a chance. Also, there's a link to the pronunciation dictionary on the RAI site. So you may follow that link below or type into a search engine DOPRAI. It'll take you to the site. At this site, it's great. You can type in any Italian word and there'll be a playback button. You can hear it pronounced with a native Italian speaker, and also they'll write it out in IPA and show you which E's and O's are open and closed. Great site. Check it out if you have a chance. Also, in the description box, I've written out the aria for you so you may follow along the words. And I've just written out the things that are not phonetic. So the phrasal doublings and the open E's and you know, whether it's open E, closed E, things like that, and assimilation. So if you're new to what I'm talking about is non-phonetic Italian, phrasal double and assimilation, if you watch a few of my videos, you'll have a very good grasp of this. Okay, so let's do this text. First, we will go through the entire text line by line, then we'll break it down word by word and examine a lot of the mistakes that people make when they're singing this text. Okay, so here we go. Here's the line by line. Star vicino al bɛll'idol che s'ama è il più dolce diletto d'amor. È un incanto, un'ebbrezza, una brama, che due cori congiunge in un cor. Fortunato chi intende gli accenti di un affetto sincero e fedel. Egli prova vivendo i contenti, sol concessi ai beato nel ciel. A che giova l'estate fiorita, ogni bene che il cielo ne dia, non si conti fra i giorni di vita, quel che scorso in amando non è. Okay, so for one of the beginning arias, this has quite a few words, so let's break it down now word by word. Now, as you see in that read through, I went very slowly so that you could follow along. So that's a lot slower. And the second time we do it later on, we'll go with more of a flow. But I went slowly and I tried to I exaggerated a little bit the open and closed vowels. Okay, so now let's go word by word. So printed A in Italian is always A, no matter what position it's in. So there's no neutralization, and the vowels in Italian are pure versus English that tend to have a glide. And what I mean by that is when we say things, we tend to harmonize in English. So say the word car, right? Our R will bleed into that, right? So if we say the first word of this with an English or American accent, especially American accent where we say our R's like this, it will bleed into the word like star, and you don't want that, right? So you want star. You can practice separating the A, R, and then rolling the R, right? So star, right? What you don't want is to go to even if you might do the correctly. Star, no, right? Star. So you basically, the R does not bleed into the at all. Okay, so now, that's a rolled R because it's at the end of a word and it touches a consonant. So R's in Italian that touch consonants will roll, as opposed to R's that are between two vowels, which will be flipped, and we'll get to those later. Okay, so if you're having problems rolling your R's, there's a great channel called Linguisticator, and if you look that up, just Linguisticator, and there's a whole tutorial on how to roll an R, and they show you diagrams of the mouth and the tongue position, and you can go through that. It's helped a lot of people. So, but rolling an R, you should have pitch through as you sing. Okay, going on, you have the word vicino. Okay, so CI in Italian is chi. So I is one of the soft vowels, so CI will be chi. To make it ki, you'd have to have CHI. Okay, so vicino. So notice that I always makes an E sound in Italian, doesn't make any other sound. So I is a phonetic vowel, as is A, right? So vicino. So we also have all single consonants in this word, right? So the mistake that a lot of people will make will be to double the consonant. So how would I do it with double consonants? It would sound like this, vicino. So that's absolutely wrong. I have two mistakes in that word. First of all, I doubled the ch sound and I doubled the n sound. Now, how do we distinguish between single and double? How do we execute them? To do a double ch, I have a stop of phonation. So for me to do this wrong, vicino, you see I get stuck on the ch and I stop phonation. To do it correctly, the E continues, vicino, and the E continues both into the N also. So how would I do double N? Vicino, that's incorrect. Now, double N gets held in phonation, as opposed to double ch getting stopped in the phonation, right? So double CI is vicino, stop in phonation. Double N is a continuation of phonation, vicino. Both of these are incorrect in this word, and you want to avoid that. How do I get rid of double consonants? I just think about the vowels, right? So if I think two E's, E, and an O, right? Now I connect. Even though when I connect, it's going to sound like one E, O, right? So I just gave another impulse for the second E. And again, I memorized this feeling. E-O, vicino. And now when I put the consonants back in, it's exactly the same flow in the same feeling. And that's how I get the correct single consonants. Okay, let's go on. We already know that A is A, right? So al. Okay, so this L will double. Why? L's that precede a consonant or a hard consonant will double. So when I go al bel, both L's double. One is a printed double L, which doubles, and the other one is the L leading into the B. Okay, so B-E-L-L is short for bello or bella, right? It has an open E and double L. So let's talk about the difference between open E and closed E. So E is a non-phonetic vowel. It comes in two forms, open and closed. So the open one is like head, the and head in English, or the name Edward, right? So, and then the closed E is like hey or say, I say, right? So that's the closed E. The closed E is written with just the normal E, and then the open E is written with the rounded edge IPA. Okay, so the difference between Italian and English is that Italian is pure. So if I say had, my jaw will glide, right? So if you think about English vowels and you think about like a trombone, English vowels, the trombone just slides from vowel to vowel. Italian, you go from vowel to vowel like that. I don't even know if I'm holding the trombone correctly. But anyway, so to give you an idea, a, I, right? So that's how you move in Italian. In English, you go I, and you slide. That's all. That's the key to saying pure vowels in Italian, is just you move from one thing to another like that. Okay, so bello. The L is in phonation. That's how I have double L. Bell, right? So if I don't have pitch on the L, it will be single L. And your coach or your teacher will ask you to sing double L repeatedly, right? So this is how you get rid of that note. The next word is idolo. Idolo is the full, and they've cut off the final O, and they don't even give you an apostrophe to let you know that. But for poetry's sake, this only has 2 syllables. Idol. Now the stress is on the first syllable. That's not a common stress in Italian. Okay, so you know you have a single D and a single L when you say the word for real, but this now is a double L because it touches the word K, right? So idol, right? Idolche, right? So double L. Okay, closed O in this word. So closed O versus open O. Closed O is oats, right? Or folks, right? Or hoax. That's the closed O. The open O is like AW, like I saw, right? Now, again, the difference is in English, I have a glide. Although I saw, I move, right? Italian would be it stays. Oh, it stays. Okay? So this word, idol, closed O. The next word, che. It would be cche if it were CE, but the H, which is an invisible consonant in Italian, it's not heard, right? It's che. So it makes it hard. The H is just there to make the C hard and make it into a K. Okay? So now the difference between Italian K and English K is that Italian is more voiced. Okay? So let's demonstrate that. In English, we could say ka, right? With air going through. Italian is ka, more voiced, especially for singing. Okay, so how do we test that? Well, we can go to the voiced consonant, which is ga, right? So ga, ka. If we find that point right where it becomes unvoiced, that's the good K for singing. Okay, so in this case, K is better than K. You don't want the one with lots of air. Now, the word K is also what is known as a strong monosyllable. So a strong monosyllable causes a phrasal doubling. What a phrasal doubling is the next word, if it starts with a consonant, will double. So you notice that I've written out in the description that it's ss'ama. You see that? I have a strong S. ss'ama. So the word K causes whatever the next word is to have a double consonant. So if I say, what are you doing? I say che fai, right? See, strong double F. Che fai, and also you do that, right? What are you doing? Che fai. So there, or what are you saying, right? Or che vuol dire? What do you want to say, right? So there would be a double V. Next word, ss'ama. So notice that no matter where it is, it stays ah. In English, we would say ss'ama and neutralize that second So that is to be avoided when you sing Italian. The other thing to avoid is a double M, right? We already know that this type of consonant is held in phonation. So if I made a double M, it would be like this, ss'ama. So I would hold my lips together and there'd be vibration on my lips with my vocal cords. That's wrong. Ss'ama. I don't let my lips to vibrate. And now it's single M. The word for is a, open. The word for and is a. They are both spelled with a single e, except for the word for is has the accent on it. Okay, so that's open. And it's also a strong monosyllable, but in this case, it's followed by a word that starts with a vowel, so you're not going to see that, right? So è il più dolce, è il. So now, in Italian, you have to say every vowel you see, right, without harmonizing. So we go from a to e, right? The L will double going into the P. È il più. So notice il, I have phonation on the L, okay? I'm breaking this down bit by bit so we get every single motion to so that you don't get any notes in Italian. The word più is a strong monosyllable and it will cause the D in dolce to double. See, so we say più dolce. Now when you do these things, don't exaggerate. It's just a little stop. It's just enough to make it spicy, right? If you overdo it, it becomes vulgar, right? So if I said something like è il più dolce, see, way too much, it's not, and it becomes not beautiful, right? So you just want to, in the context of the word, right? È il più dolce. See, just a little double D. Okay. Dolce. Notice the L again is held in phonation, and we already know that CE is cche. Okay, going on. Dilɛtto. We have a double T. Now I exaggerated that double T, but I have a question. When you do two T's, do you actually do two T's? Well, how do we execute double T versus single T? So let's explore that. So if I had to say dilɛtto, what happens? Dilɛtto. I go up to the T, I don't say it, then I say it. There's a space, there's a stop in phonation, and that's how we get double T. Dilɛtto. Now, the A vowel before the double T is not short, right? Dilɛtto, right? So, a lot of times you're told to shorten those, right? Dilɛtto, and it's not beautiful. Dilɛtto. This also gives you the power to do the double T, however fast or slowly you want to do it, right? So, dilɛtto, you see? Dilɛtto, however you want, you can now execute that double T. The E in this word on the stress is open, right? And then the unstressed O is closed. Now, there's a reason for this. All unstressed vowels, E's and O's, in an Italian word, are closed, right? So it's either O or A. So you don't have to look up any unstressed vowels. You know that they're going to be closed. Now the stressed vowel in Italian is either open or closed. So that's the bad news. You have to memorize. There's no rhyme or reason. So the stress of the word can either be open or closed. In this case, in dilɛtto, it's open. Let's go on. Now we have a stressed vowel that is closed. Amor, right? Closed O. O. A. O. R. So we're going to practice vowels in this word so we don't double the M and so we don't let the R bleed into the O. A. O. R. And that's how you practice. And then aor. Amor. Right? It's very easy to hear d'amor, right? That's the way we would say it in English. So make sure A, O, rolled R. One M. D'amor. Let's go on. We already know è un incanto. So U, printed U, is always U in Italian, right? And we have to go from the A to the U without harmonizing, without a glide. È un, not like that. È U. È un incanto. Yet legato, right? No glottal. È un incanto. Now, incanto. Notice that all of those N's are followed by consonants. So those N's phonate. incanto. You can practice that slowly. Going on. Un'ebbrezza. So the ezza ending in Italian is always closed E. So we have ebbrezza. Now also notice that this word can be spelled with single B or double B. You'll see it sometimes spelled with single B. And we really can't hear a difference that much between single B and double B. And it's the one doubling that Americans unfortunately love to do. So you'll hear a very vulgar doubling of this word often, right? Ebbrezza. No, don't do it. Ebbrezza. You want it to flow like that. Let's go on. Una. The danger is to say una, right? Double the N, so don't do that. Una. Brama. The danger again is to not roll the R and to double the M. Brama. Don't do it. Brama. Right? And don't neutralize the last A. Going on, we know that K is a strong monosyllable, right? So, ddue, see, double D. Ddue. We do double D the same way that we do double T. We go up to the D and we don't say it. K, just like that, right? So, ddue. You can practice just going up to it, not saying it. Cɔri, so hearts. In Italian, the more modern form of cɔri is cuore. And words that have U-O always open the O, right? So you'll see fire, two versions. You'll see fuoco or fuoco, right? So those U-O ones are always open. In this case, cɔri, we see the older form of the word, and it's open O. Next word, coŋgiunge. Coŋgiunge. Notice that the N's, again, phonate going into consonants, right? G-I-U is Jew, right? So the I is an invisible semivowel. The I in this case just makes the G, J, instead of G. G-U would be gu. So coŋgiunge. No way is it coŋgiunge, right? Now, however, we're told to make this a Y, right? Coŋgiunge. By no means do you start from a Y position, you start from an E position. So it is actually good practice to practice it from the E. Saying coŋgiunge. Now leave the E out. Coŋgiunge. And it's high. Right? So coŋgiunge. Notice that the E is in the unstressed position. It is closed. In un cor. So in un cor. We have all single consonants. Going on. Fortunato. Now, the accent is where? Which syllable? It's on the A, isn't it, right? So that means all of the O's in this word are closed, right? So let's practice. Closed O. O, U, A, O. O, R, U, A, O. Now I added the R, right? Or, Fortunato. So now it's not Fortunato, right? That O does not open at the beginning. Okay, going on. Chi is a strong monosyllable, but again, this is followed by a vowel, and this will actually elide into the next word. So when you speak, it's intɛnde. Intɛnde is open E on the stress, right? Notice the N going into the D is in phonation. And the N going into the T is also in phonation. Now the next word gives foreign speakers lots of trouble, non-native Italians, right? Li. It's because it's one little word, but there are a lot of different motions, right? So the last thing you say is E. Before that, you say Y, I, ye. And then before the Y, you say L, right? So I just went backwards. So E, that going backwards, ye, and then li. You see? Those are the three parts, that one syllable word. So start with L on the tip of the tongue, and then yi. Gli, gli, and that's how you get it. Okay, accɛnti. We have a double ch. And how do we do it? We go up to it and we don't say it. Accɛnti. Long a. In fact, all upbeats in Italian are long, right? Even if you have a little bit of time to sing it, accɛnti. In fact, an Italian word is like a mini circle, and an Italian sentence is like a bigger circle, right? So if you think accɛnti, as you go over the hump, that is your motion, right? So when you do a whole sentence, Fortunato chi intende Fortunato chi intende gli accenti. You see, it's a big circle. Okay, going on. Di un affɛtto, right? In modern Italian, you would say d'un affɛtto. It would be way less awkward. This is very awkward because this is very old Italian, and they say di un, right? Di un affɛtto. It does not trip off your tongue very, very easily. Affɛtto, double F, double T. Now, double F is not done with a stop. You just linger for a second. Affɛtto. We already know how to do double T. We have an open E and a closed O. Sincɛro. Open, right? Cche. It doesn't rhyme with chair, right? In English accent, American accent, sincɛro, right? No. Sincɛro. Now, here's an example of a single R. It's between two vowels. Sincɛro would be incorrect if you roll the R. It's just one flip. Sincɛro, right? And if you have a problem with that, make a D first. Sincɛro. Think about a D, and there's your one flip for the R. The word and is a closed E, a, right? It causes a phrasal doubling. Notice there were two Fs. E fedele. Fedele is the whole word, and in this case, it's chopped off, so it's fedel. Let's go on. Egli. So now we have a gli, and it's egli. It's old-fashioned for he in Italian. Egli. Gli. We already know how to do gli. Prɔva, right? Open O. Now, we have a single V and an open O. What happens is, American English speakers, when we open a vowel and there's a single consonant after it, we will tend to double the consonant. So don't do that, right? Prɔva, no, wrong. Prɔva. So double the A and you won't double the V. Vivɛndo. So all gerunds, right, living, all gerunds in Italian are open, right? So the endo and ending is always open, right? So vivendo. Okay, the N goes into the D. E is a weak monosyllable, so it does not cause a phrasal doubling, and a lot of Americans like to double after E. I contɛnti, right? Too many doublings, right? I contɛnti. Okay, going on. Solo, sol. Sol concɛssi. Concɛssi, right? Concɛssi. So closed O, and then the stressed E is open. Notice the distribution of S for the theater, right? When you speak, you can say concɛssi, right? When you sing, the S has to be completely on the last note. Concɛssi. Okay, like that. Going on. You say every vowel that you see in Italian. So this word you say a, I, I. It doesn't rhyme with I in English. I. Does that make sense? Okay, beato. Same thing. You say every vowel you see. Nel, closed E. Ciɛl, open E. Going on. Now, here's an interesting thing that happens in the next sentence. You notice that I've written it out twice, and that's because you have two strong monosyllables in a row. The word a, which is at or to, and then the word che. So, you can't do both. It's ugly for singing. You can't say ggiova. See, it sounds bad, right? So you can either double the G, as I've done. You can say ggiova, or you can say ggiova. See, I doubled the K slightly. I prefer the first one, so I put that one first, but it's your choice. You do however you want. So ggiova is from giovare, right? Ggiova, closed O, single V. L'estate. Notice the careful distribution of S. L'estate, not l'estate. You don't want to sing les on the first syllable. L'estate. One T, right? Single T versus double T. L'estate. L'estate, right? The second one is incorrect. Fiorita. The accent is on the E, so the O is closed. Fiorita. Going on. Ogni. So now the ni is one of those compound motions that you have to make, right? So let's back it up. Backwards, you have E, you have yi, and then you have ni. So it's yi preceded by an N, right? So if you think yi, ni, ogni. Now you can do the whole word. Bene. Open E, single N, right? Unless you're in the north of England, of Italy, then it's bene, right? So if you're in the north of Italy, say bene, but in everywhere else, it's bene. Open E. Che il cielo. We've already had all these words, but we had ciɛl before, but now we have cielo. And the danger with this is to turn it into the musical instrument by doubling the L. Cello, no, cielo, right? The sky or the heavens. Ne means of it, closed, ddue. That's the once upon a time tense, ddue, gave, right? Open E. Non, closed O. Si conti, so closed O. Conti. Fra is a strong monosyllable, but again, it's followed by a vowel, right? So fra I giorni. Giorni is a closed O. Not giorni, but giorni. Notice that the R rolls because it touches a consonant. DI is a weak monosyllable, so there's only one V. Divita. So not to be confused with the word DI with an accent, which means day. It's old-fashioned way of saying day in Italian, right? So divita, it's one V. Vita has one T. Quel. So these words like questo, quello, this, that, right? They are closed E's. Quel. QU, you'll see in the IPA, and again, you don't want to have such an unvoiced K so that it comes out like quel, quel. It's like saying guel, and then you unvoice it. Very, very little. Quel. Going on, we already had K, we know it doubles, so look, we have che scorso, right? Closed O, all over the place in this word, double S. In amando. Notice how generous amando is for the vowels, right? You don't want to be amando, amando. Lots of vowels. And then finally, non è. So open E, closed O for non. Okay, we've been through the whole aria, so now let's read it through, and this will be faster than we did before, and try to get a really good flow. Star vicino al bɛll'idol che ss'ama, è il più dolce diletto d'amor, è un incanto, un'ebbrezza, una brama, che due cori congiunge in un cor. Fortunato chi intende gli accenti di un affetto sincero e fedel. Egli prova vivendo i contenti, sol concessi ai beato nel ciel. a che giova l'estate fiorita. Ogni bene che il cielo ne dia, non si conti fra i giorni di vita, quel che scorso in amando non è. Thank you very much for watching. Please click the red button to subscribe. It really helps me when you do that. And click the bell to allow notifications. So we'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Ciao a tutti. Thanks for watching.